I created this theme to avoid copyright. I created this theme to avoid copyright. I created this theme to avoid copyright. Welcome to Grandpa's World. There we go.
There it is, the theme song again. It sticks in my brain. It's like an earworm. I can't get enough. I dig it.
An earworm, like from like a Wrath of Khan kind of earworm.
No, this is a good earworm. You know, like an old '80s song that sticks in your mind, gets in your brain, and you can't sing it. You know, whoa, what's going on with my screen, man?
I guess it's the light coming in from.
Yeah, it'll die down in a little bit. So I apologize to everybody. I'm sitting by some big bay windows that I got to leave open for my little dog, even though she's sleeping and shit. She likes to hop up there and look outside. So you got to put up with the weird aesthetics for just a couple more minutes, man.
Yeah, let that sun. It'll disappear.
Now, hey, Grabby, am I allowed? Do we get demonetized if I'm vaping online? Is that like a bad? Is that a no-no?
I don't know. I don't. But I don't.
I mean, I don't think you're monetized anyway. But
yeah, I'm not monetized anyway.
It's yeah. I don't think Rumble cares. I just don't see many people vaping online, so I don't know. The only time I ever vape is when we do these podcasts because I get my nerves get going. Not really, but you know.
Yeah, I'm not monetized, so it wouldn't matter. So, but I don't think so because they smoke weed on fucking on some podcasts like Rogan's and whatnot. They smoke weed.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Old Joe Rogan smoked a doobie with Elon Musk.
Right, and they don't make them.
That's all right.
And they don't edit it out or anything, so I guess it's fine.
I think we're all right. I think we're going to be all right. So what kind of mood you in today, Grandpa?
I'm okay. I had a pretty decent day. I got up. I went to drove out to Elkhorn, and then let's see.
Good old Elkhorn, man. I haven't been to Elkhorn in a long time.
It's not I take Milwaukee Street all the way to Elkhorn because it goes right there, but the road to Delavan, 14 is like closed. And a small portion of 14 is closed from
like Pat Clinton.
Right there at 14. Right there at 14. So it's closed from 14. Right, Pat. You know where Johnson Tractor is?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there at Johnson's. When we had that tornado and all that flooding, it washed out the road.
Oh, well, that got and it's still closed. That's like 2 months ago.
Yeah, you have to go up. You have to cross 14 and hang a right and go through that little area to come back around to go to Johnson's Tractor because it's fucking closed off.
It's crazy, man.
So, yeah. So I had to go. Yeah, Upper Peninsula Steve. There he is.
Oh, hey, what's up, Steve?
Well, he left now, but he was here a second ago. So,
is that the Steve we know, or is that a different Steve?
No, that's Z.
Steve.
He's up there fishing and shit.
Yeah, I saw the old photos. He showed me a picture of a big ass creepy bug he found up there, man. But this thing, it's called a toe biting water bug.
Needs to leave those things there.
I said, yeah, dude. He said he was going to bring it back so I could pet it. I think they would probably eat Bubba, dude. The thing was. I've never seen a bug that big in Wisconsin before, man. Creepy ass shit.
But yeah, we went. So that's closed off. But I take Milwaukee all the way, and then the gun store. You go way. I mean, it's a straight shot. I don't know what the side street is that in Elkhorn, but there's a mobile state. You pass a mobile station, an elementary school, then there's a big mobile station, and then you can either go straight. If you turn right, you go to Delavan. I know that for sure. But if you turn left, yeah, if you turn left and go up like I don't know 2 blocks maybe, and on your left, Elkhorn Gun and Barrel is right there.
Yeah, I've never been to the gun store in Elkhorn. I used to go to the Elkhorn has the best flea market in Wisconsin. And God, man, it's one thing that I really miss in my life. Now that I'm handicapped, I haven't been able to do it for years. But if you ever get a chance with your family or anybody listening, the Elkhorn Flea Market, they have it 4 times during the summer. And it's like the fucking 4 times during the year, actually. And it's the best flea market / rummage sale you're gonna find anywhere. It's freaking awesome, dude. But you got your gun.
Yeah, he just sent me a picture of that bug, so I'm responding.
Bug. He picked that fucker up too, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm responding to him. I asked him. I said, "What's wrong with you? Don't touch that shit." Because he's right there on his thumb. I'd have been like, "Pow!"
Yeah, that thing would have been a stain, man. I would have killed that motherfucker.
But yeah, I went and got my shotgun today.
Yeah, and, that's all.
We went last Thursday to get it. We went last Thursday, and it took too long. I don't know what was going on with the FBI this week, but they took too long.
All right.
So I got the Brady treatment. So, because they took too long. But yeah, we went and picked it up. I was starting to get agitated because I know I'm all good and everything. It's not my first weapon, so I know I was good. But I was like, what the hell is taking them so long? So yeah, I went and picked that up today. And I haven't, like I was telling the boys, he said the bug just wants some love. Like I was telling the boys and stuff, I haven't shot a shotgun since I was probably 12 years old. So, and even then, it was, your when you're with your uncles, and I'm on my stepmother's side. When you go out with them, they would load the gun, hand it to you, and you would shoot, then you give it back to them. So I never learned to take them apart or clean them. So I was taking mine apart today. Big learning curve, lot harder than not harder, but more parts than a handgun. My handgun comes apart like, take the receiver off, take the barrel out, and then it's basically, that's it. The spring comes off and you're done. This thing had multiple parts.
Okay.
But I don't have the proper tools to clean it, so I can't shoot it yet. We're going to go out this weekend. But I don't have all the proper 12 gauge material. Everything I have, all my gun cleaning equipment is for handguns. And, it's a long barrel and everything, so I have to go pick it up.
You got to get the old ramrod.
But when I was showing it, I came home, I showed it to my daughter and my other daughter, and when I cocked it, it scared the shit out of Kurtwood. He took off running. So I think it's the loud noise got to him. I don't think he liked the sound of it.
Yeah, the click clack.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but it's a nice. I got it over there if you want to see it. It's a nice shotgun.
Yeah, let's check it out, man. Let's see the goods, because I wanted to see if it was one of the modern looking ones or what it was. What?
Ugh. Let me get this and put it down. Yeah, well, it's nice. I didn't. It was either this one or it was going to be either this one or a camo one. So I just went with this one. It's all black.
Nice.
And it's got the. But I got to clean it. But I have to clean it because they pack them with oil to keep them safe while they're in boxes. So, and it holds. Now, I guess it's the law for hunting. So it's got, it holds 2 shells. You can put 2 shells in. And then when you cock it back, you can add another shell. So you can have 1 in the chamber and 2 in the magazine. But because there's a hunting law where when you hunt fowl and stuff, you're only supposed to have 3. You can only have 2 or 3 shells in your shotgun. There's a spacer in here. There's a spacer. I can take this off, take the spring out, and take this plunger piece out, and then it'll hold 4. But I'm only using it to shoot skeet. I don't have any friends. I don't have any friends that hunt. So
yeah, I was going to say if I hunted, I'd go out with you, but
so because I don't know anybody that hunts. Now, I might, maybe I'll get some of the guys in the gun club over time. Maybe I'll get invited. But I don't have a rifle. I don't have a rifle to hunt. So for right now, I'm going to stick to shooting skeet. And the wife said, hold on. That's just a basic starter. That's just a basic starter shotgun.
Right.
So it was very inexpensive. But she said if I get really good at shooting at shooting clay, trap shooting the clay, she says if I get good, she'd be willing to let me trade that one in for a more competitive shotgun.
Right.
Bigger, worth more. So when so we'll have to see how that goes. But it was inexpensive. It wasn't too expensive, but it's a Winchester. So, but I had it was they had a used one, but the used one was like $60 cheaper. But I was like, it's a gun. I'm like, I'll just pay the extra $60 to get the new one instead of getting.
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, if it was a couple hundred less, I could see it going that route. But for $60, it's yours. It's new. You can, get the feeling of having a new gun. That's it's a good deal. I want to get a gun.
I give them credit though because they're really good about their taking in guns, buying used guns from people. Right. The only ones all the used ones they did have were in great shape. They didn't have a lot of wear and tear on them. They didn't have a lot of scuffs. They let whoever they bought them from took care of them, and then they did a good job of cleaning them and putting them out there. So, but yeah, I was like, I'll just buy a new one, and and it came with different. I don't know, you're not familiar with guns, but it came with different chokes, so you can have a wide open shot or a narrow shot. But I got a feel for I haven't shot clay traps before, so I don't know what I'm going to need. So it's going to be a learning curve. Because just using a handgun, shooting at a paper target, that's plain, self-explanatory. But I've got to be quick, and you've got to shoot these things. So we'll see how that goes. But
it's going to be rough, man. I mean, I think for a while you're going to be a little off, but you'll get there. I don't think I can own a gun. I think because I was under I was under a hold for a while, so I can't. I don't think I can own a gun. I'm not a felon, but you know, had issues that I think would you know, not allow me to get guns. So
Well, well, uh, Z just wanted to stop by and say hi. I said he can't watch the whole show. He said he'll
okay.
talk to us he said he'll talk to us when he gets back to the old Wisconsin.
Oh well, sounds good. Tell him to have a good time, man, and
You
we
just
will
did.
see you when you get back.
You just did.
Okay, I know. That's why I was
Um,
like, well, tell him. Yeah, yeah, he was listening, so I know. I know.
no, it you getting a gun is going to depend on if if you were committed or not. Did they have to commit you?
I was committed. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
has a judge?
it was 10 years ago now. But yeah, I was under a commitment hold, so it.
Yeah,
I mean, for the viewers, I went through some pretty bizarre shit for a while. You know, years ago now. I mean, we're talking 10 years, 5 years. You know, well, 6, 7, 8, probably. So, but it's all in the past. But it's on my record, so I don't think I'm allowed to have guns at this point.
yeah.
It's
I don't know if they would, because you have to, if you've been committed or if a judge has adjudicated you a mental defect, you can have
nah,
difficulties.
yeah. Well, I wasn't considered a mental defect, but a judge did, you know, put me under a 6 month containment order. I wasn't locked up for 6 months, but I had to, you know, had people stopping by and all that stuff, and you know how it goes. It's I got too into New Age religion and spirituality, and it drove me crazy. It makes for a good podcast to discuss the whole issue, but it's you know, just crazy stuff.
Yeah,
But I
you
made
might
it through it. I just can't get a gun now. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
sorry for this lighting here, guys. This kind of really crazy, I guess. But the sun's going down here, so it shouldn't be a problem for much longer.
yeah, you might not be able to. Yeah, you will only know if you try. But
Yeah, and I just don't have it in the budget right now. I had some money a while ago. I chose to get a roof, but I was thinking about getting a gun. But I've been okay. You know, I made it, you know, 51 years without having to use one, you know, with I've never really been in a bad situation where I've had to, you know, wish I had a gun or anything, but you never know when something like that's going to happen, you know.
we've been getting a lot of creepers around here.
Yeah, we have been a lot of strange people in the neighborhood. Yeah, dude, I saw something crazy. I thought I was the only big weird dude with a scooter on the block, but I don't know if you saw today. There was a guy bigger than me in an electric wheelchair just rolling down the street. Dude looked as twisted up as I did, man.
I saw him. I saw him a while back, maybe a week or so, and I
Yeah,
was like, I thought it was you,
dude,
but
I looked outside and I thought it was me. You know? Yeah, I was like, what the
yeah,
fuck? Where'd this guy come from? I've been here for 20 years and I've never seen that dude. So
I
we
don't
get
know.
we get new people in the neighborhood all the time. Like I said, man, I've lived here for 20 years and I still don't know the names of the people across the street. So it's
Oh, the two ladies. I don't know their name either.
yeah, I've talked to him a few times, but each time I've talked to him, I was going crazy. So
Yeah,
then
yeah. I'm not gonna air. I'm not gonna air my thoughts on that. But
air
not,
the
not on you,
grievance.
but I'm not going to air my thoughts on the ladies across the street. But I will say, I think you kind of put them off with what you were talking about to them that time.
Yeah, dude, and I wish I could dial that stuff back. You know, like they're always gonna look at me like that, and I'm not that guy anymore. But I can't believe I like said some of the shit I said. But you know, a lot of people go through that kind of stuff. They're just, you know, I was overloaded with stuff, going through a divorce, and you know, getting sick with Parkinson's, and I think that had a lot to do with it. Because you know, like I've read, some people when they get Parkinson's, sometimes they like get hallucinations and all that kind of stuff. Now I
Yeah.
haven't had anything like that for years, but all this stuff happened like when my neck started to first go bad. So I think that had a lot to do with it. But yeah, I'd like to just apologize to them, but I don't know what to say. They're still nice to me and everything, you know, but I can tell they're kind of guarded, you know. So who's that?
Yeah. Ken wants me to share what you said to them, but I don't want to. They're nice ladies. Yeah, I don't want to talk about them.
No, it's not worth it. They're really nice people, and they've
Marsha,
always.
if it was Marsha, I'd talk some shit because I have a problem with Marsha. But
I do too, man. I have had a problem since day one. Since I moved in 22 years ago, I've had an issue with them, and she still does with me. I know my yard and everything, you know, because I'm not out there working in it 24/7 like they are. I know it drives them nuts, but what the fuck can I do? But I'm still mad about when you said they were loading me onto the ambulance and she was sitting there filming.
oh man,
I
she was filming you get She filmed you get loaded up in the ambulance, and then when you were in the hospital, she couldn't take it no more because your weeds got a little out of control. So she went and cut your grass, and
I'll
then
go.
and then I'm like, it started to rain, and she still stayed and cut your grass. And I was like, I hope she don't fuck up her mower because I remember Harv telling me you had a pipe sticking out on one portion of your yard. And if
Right?
you're not careful, so I was like, I didn't want to tell her. I was like, let her break her lawnmower. And then you had your trailer out there,
Yeah.
and you know you had a gentleman person. You had a guy that would come visit you. I'm not going to call out what color his vehicle was or who he is because I don't want to out people who might be watching that know you. But he liked to put garbage in your trailer from his car. And
Okay.
no, if anybody's thinking no, it's not Harv. But he put a lot. When he'd come visit you, he'd throw his drink cups and his food bags and everything into your trailer. So when she was cutting the grass, John came over to talk to her. And then when he was walking home, he looked inside your trailer and saw all the trash. And I saw him shake his head in disgust of all the trash in the trailer. I was like, what a dick.
Yeah, fuck those people, man. Like, dude, I'll be sitting out on the porch talking to somebody, and they'll purposely come out and like kind of hide in the weeds over there or the bushes and like try to listen to what we're saying and shit. And fuck them, dude.
Yeah,
Man,
I don't,
they've been like that for a while, man.
yeah,
They're not. I ain't got nothing to say.
they get one fucking piece of debris on their sidewalk and they're out there sweeping and picking shit up and it's like
Yeah, like sweeping the street and shit. Like, get fucked. You know? I kind of think it's funny that they moved in. I got to be their worst nightmare. You know, but I can't. I physically can't. I used to be out there working and doing lawn and landscaping and mowing my yard every week. Hell, I did it for shit. I did it for fucking 12 years, you know, and then I just couldn't do it anymore. I just can't, you know, and you know I don't have the money to fucking paint my house, you know, so I don't know. Oh yeah, we can get off them. Screw them. We know how it is.
I mean, you're. I understand. I don't. I mean, yeah, your house. I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna deny your house could use some work, but
Right.
at least you got the roof done. I
Yeah, I
mean,
got the roof done and I got the sunroom redone and
if you didn't get that sunroom done and you didn't get that roof done, it would
oh
have been a lot
God, that
worse.
would have been I would
Your
have lost
basement
all
may
my
have. Yep, your
I
basement
would
may.
have lost everything, dude. I would have
Yeah, you.
lost everything, man. My records would be gone. That whole back room would be gone. And
Yep.
insurance wouldn't have covered it. Insurance wouldn't have covered it at all. So I would be out thousands of dollars, man. And can you imagine the heartbreak that I've been building up my fucking my record collection so much? So shout out to my friend Don, who fucking came over and busted his ass. And then he didn't even accept the whole amount we gave him. Like he came in and we offered him like less than what I was getting quoted on, even though I got ghosted like 4 times by different contractors. And he still didn't take all the money, man. He fucking did a good job, dude. My buddy Don is pretty solid guy, man. So I doubt he's watching, but if he did, I really appreciate all that guy has done for me over the years. But
Yeah, you would all your records and then your couch and all that shit in your front room would have been ruined because it would have poured water would have poured in right where you're at from your roof.
oh well, yeah. If I wouldn't have got the main roof done, it would have because that's where the hole was.
So
It
it's
would
a
have
good
just
thing
came down.
so it's a good thing you did when you had the money. You went ahead and did your roof and your gutters because you did your gutters at the end of last year, didn't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, I did my gutters in May of last year, I believe.
Yeah. So
So they holding
you
out really good. So
so you did the right thing to get that all taken care of. Of course,
right, right.
when you did all this, you didn't know we were going to have tornadoes and a flood, but it's a good thing you did. You
Yeah,
could have your basement. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what your basement probably needs to be. There's things they can do to your basement and put sub pumps and stuff in, but that probably cost you like $6,000 or $7,000.
yeah, and I got a sump pump down there, and actually Cody had a really good suggestion. I never hooked up the sump pump because the sump well is like a dirt base, and I thought it was going to constantly be sucking up mud and everything into the sump pump. And he's like, "Oh, just take an old milk crate and put it upside down, and put the sump pump on top of the milk crate." It's like that's a fucking wise idea. I never thought of that. So unfortunately, I can't get down there, but
Have the
it
kid
sucks
do it.
being handicapped, man. It sucks being handicapped.
Yeah, I don't think you could make it down that. Even
Yeah,
if
there. My buddy is talking about putting in a railing so I can try to get down there. But now that I got rid of the couch down there, it's kind of like I don't have any place to sit. So it'd be rough for me to like get down there, move around, and stay down there for a while, not being able to sit, and then have to try to come back. Because I'm not going to lie, my condition is a lot worse than it was and it has been. So I'm
even
I'm
if even if he put rails to go down there, I think it's too steep.
yeah, it's how it is. You've seen my stairs, man. They've been
Right?
a problem since I moved in. Like
It's
I
too
don't. I
it's too
sometimes
steep
think, what's that?
and it's too steep and you're very fucking tall. So I don't
Right.
think you have the I think if you ducked to go down where the root, to, if I think you would lose your equilibrium being ducked. So I think
Yeah, at this
regardless
point. Yeah, it
oh,
wasn't in the past. I had my recording studio down there. I had it. It was set up like a Toys R Us. I mean, there was toys everywhere. And yeah, now if I was trying to shimmy down there, and then I have to duck to avoid that bar, I would probably lose my balance. I I lose my balance going out the front door. Like
Right.
I got an Amazon package and they put it right at the edge of my porch. So I had to try to go out there and balance and pick it up and can't breathe worth of shit, it's
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. They do that here too. They just lean in and put it right there. It's like, dude, bring it closer to the door.
yeah, just like I got some of them that are really good and they'll put it right by my door so I could just open it up and pick it up. And it's so bad like when it rains when they do that because I can't go out on the porch because the way my brain is, I don't know if I had a stroke or if it's part of the Parkinson's or whatever, but if it's a wet surface out, I can't walk for some reason. Like my brain like shuts down, like I'm gonna fall or something. It sucks being handicapped, man. But life, well, at least I made it to like 45 before it happened, I guess. But would have liked to have made it to 60.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. You could be dead.
Well, that's what I tell myself every day. Like, I kind of piss and moan and complain, but not too much because I'm like, dude, I seriously could have died in 2020. There was other numerous times in my life from bad habits and vices where I could be dead.
Right.
But I'm still here, man. I'm still here and enjoying my records, eating good food, still going to see good movies, doing podcasts with G Paw and the Backwoods
Exactly.
Boys and Mike J. So it definitely could be worse. I mean, I definitely would like to get out, but it's. I talked to my one of my counselors today, and they're like, a lot of people when they hit 50, they kind of isolate. A lot of people isolate to their homes, and they just don't go out much anymore. I'd like to go out a little bit more. I mean, I feel terrible. I missed the funeral for the lead singer of my band.
Yeah, I saw you posted that.
Yeah, Harvey stopped by and we were going to go and I ended up having a massive panic attack and was breathing funny. I didn't know if I could get in his car and everything. And he only had a little bit of time. Neither of us had any money. They were having like raffles and stuff. And I really wanted to be out there, but my anxiety was through the roof. And they sent some videos of how it was. It was already super packed. And I would have had to do like a considerable amount of walking to try to find a place to sit and all that. And my stupid brain got in the way and I didn't, instead of just doing it, like, I used to play shows with this dude in front of hundreds of people without getting nervous at all. And I was too nervous to be in public. And I feel fucking terrible. Like, I need some stronger medication, I guess, or something, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw you posted about that you couldn't go. I was like,
Yeah,
damn.
I wanted to reach out to his wife and his daughter. That just how bad I felt. I don't think I was missed too much. I mean, they had some pictures up, and the guy Daryl, God rest his soul, he was in like 1,000 bands. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in a band with him for like 13 years. But after our band broke up, he was in like 7 bands or something. Like always doing something with music. And sadly, him and I lost touch, and I only got to see him a couple times before he passed, and I fucking highly regret it. Anybody that's watching, Daryl was like the rock star of Janesville, man. He was a fucking great guy. He's the guy that pushed me and got me pissed off enough where I picked up my band and he got me out playing live. Like he just knew what buttons to push, and it was enough for me to overcome my fears and everything. And he got me out playing, and Oh man.
The only mistake he ever made was letting you wear that hat.
Let me wear that hat. Well, he wore a hat too, but
Not like yours.
yeah, he let. I think he let me wear the hat because he'd see how sweaty I'd get, and the shit would get in my fucking eyes. I'd be sitting there trying to play and look cool and rocking out, and sweat would just be pouring down my fucking head and getting in my eyes. And I'm wearing glasses now, but I wore glasses full time back then, so I couldn't like play and then like get under my glasses and wipe my eyes out because I'd have to finish the song. But like I wore wristbands so the sweat wouldn't get on my guitar, and I'm a big man. They were stage lights. The hat was purely necessity. And you know what? When I pass on, it's still out in the garage. You can burn it, okay? Burn it as like an effigy to me. Set up a fire pit in my driveway and be like, "This is your Viking funeral, Mur. We're gonna burn your fucking hat, you fucking mongoloid."
So if you were that bad of a sweater, did your girlfriends have to wear raincoats when y'all had sex?
Nah, that was over too quick to work up a sweat. No, I had some good sessions. It wasn't too bad. It's a different kind of sweating. You know what I mean? When you're doing the old humping, like I wasn't pouring down sweat, but when you're playing live and you got to stand there and you got these stage lights, which are like 180 degrees bearing down on you. And you know me, like I'm wearing two shirts right now. If you ever notice in public, I always have a button-up shirt. And I've always had a button-up shirt since 1993. I have always worn button-up shirts out in public. So, when you're doing the old humping, I wasn't dressed as much.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, but
just your socks.
yeah, exactly. And the thing is, when you're playing, they make it look so easy, but we were pretty high energy, and it was a lot more physical than I thought. And I would end up being in fucking agony when the shows were over because having to do 3 sets, and yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, dude. I got pretty fucked up quite a few times, man. It's when me and the guitar player started having safety meetings. We'd play a set and then go have a safety meeting between each set, and that made the shows so much more fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming back, like now, Daryl, the singer, and Tommy, the drummer, they were drinkers, so they would go and Daryl would be hamming it up and just drinking whiskey and fucking beer, and Tommy, he'd be getting all drunk. I think he's been sober for about, probably about 13 years now, 14 years. But Daryl, man, he'd get all hammed up. Sometimes we'd be like, "Daryl, you got to quit drinking, man." And he'd be like, "You guys got to quit smoking, man." Okay, all right, okay. Who's this guy?
That's our good old My Floyd is Pink, our buddy from.
Hey, nice to hear from you, man. Nice to hear from you. Well, Grandpa, I got to.
I wanted to ask. Have you gotten any new vinyl lately?
I did, and here's the deal, man. Here's where we are. I was gonna bust out. I asked you about your day, and I got to tell you about mine. It's been a good and bad day. I got to air some grievances, man. I got to air some grievances right off the bat. You said first vinyl. and I got this today. And I am fucking happy as a puppy with two Peters to get this, man. This is one of my favorite albums. It's called Peeping Tom. It's a project with Mike Patton. Anybody that doesn't know, that's Mike Patton from Faith No More, Mr. Bungle, Tomahawk, Phantomas, and 90,000 other bands, Dead Cross, you name it. This guy's been in 1,000 things, but he's my favorite singer. This album came out, and I got it the day it came out because I was freaking out. I had all the underground tracks, back in the internet days when, you couldn't just like stream stuff and you couldn't go on YouTube and pick it out. You had to like share underground files with people like on Pirate Bay and not Napster. This was after Napster, but I was obsessed with this and bought it the day it came out. And I actually got to see these guys on tour, which is one of the best shows I have ever seen in my entire life with a bunch of friends. And this album has always been in like the $40, $50 range. Well, on a whim, it's the 20th anniversary of it. And I go on Amazon and they had it on sale for $22, man. I had to scoop it up. So that came today about 5 minutes before the show. And about an hour and a half before the show started, I won a good copy, a very good copy of the first Fastway album for $5 fucking dollars, man. I could not believe it, dude. The first Fastway album, every time I've seen it, it's a minimum of $15 to $30. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to pay $30 for it. And I always got outbid. But today I got lucky. It was a mid-afternoon show. There was hardly anybody there. Nobody knew what it was. I got it for $5. So I'm pretty happy about that. And you know what song is on there, dude?
Heft.
Yeah. Yeah. You know that one. But no, it's a great album, man. I love Fastway. Fast Eddie Clark, man. You gotta dig it.
Heft was okay, here I'll clarify for the people out there. Heft is not a bad song. It was a filler. They should have, I don't know why they just didn't say, the people behind Trick or Treat should have just said, nope, we don't need it, and told the record company to fuck off. Heft being on their first album is fine because it wasn't the themed album. It was just a collection of their music.
Right, and I also think it was kind of corny. Now, when I found out that Heft was on their first album, because I borrowed it from my buddy Ebert, and I heard that Heft was on there, it kind of made me see things your way a bit, because I was like, well, that's kind of lame, because Trick or Treat was like Fastway's second album. And for them to repeat a song, even though it had that kind of eerie, heavy metal horror movie kind of feel, it didn't seem like it fit, I guess.
Right.
But I still like the song. And man, dude, I was shocked as shit last night that you did not like the Isley Brothers song. I was like, what? No. I thought that shit fucking was awesome. I love that version, man.
Oh man, it was the weakest, gayest shit. Nope.
I get it.
It reminded me, it was like the Flea thing you had me play a couple weeks back. They took artistic license and tried to mix it up and make it sound different, which is okay to do, but it was like way too much. They were like, it would no, didn't like it.
And I could see that. I could see your point on that exactly, especially comparing it to the Flea thing. But I think the Flea thing, the Wichita lineman, I thought that was a travesty. They were trying too fucking hard. And maybe it was the case with the Isley Brothers too, that they were trying a little bit too hard and it did have a different feel. But for me, there's something about that dude's voice when he hits the high notes in Summer Breeze that like it hits my spine directly. And maybe it's because I heard it in context. Like I heard it as part of an entire Isley Brothers album. So, hearing it with all the other songs, I was like, wow, dude, this is great. Because the rest of the album was great. So,
Right. No, I get what you're saying. It would be like, okay, let's take for instance the Dark Side of the Moon that Waters redid, and he tried to sound like Tom Waits. If you took one of those, but doing the album as a whole, you can see what he was doing. If you were just to take one song off of that and play it, people would be like, "What the hell's wrong with Roger Waters?" So I get what you're saying. Maybe if I listen to that whole Isley album, I'll get a different feel. But
we gotta both agree that Roger Water album fucking stinks, dude.
You didn't buy it on vinyl, did you?
No, I never would. There's two albums that I'm gonna buy that I can't stand. And one I already did because I had to. And that was Saint Anger, which I noticed you said on your show that you were done with them and you got Reload coming. Does that mean you have them all and you bought Saint Anger, or you're just done with how far you're going to go?
I've gone as far as I'm going to go. I don't have Saint Anger. Right. I don't have either of the S&Ms.
S&Ms don't count. S&Ms to me don't count.
I don't have Lulu. So yeah,
Lulu doesn't exist. Okay. Lulu is a figment of your imagination. It's a figment of our collective imagination. Lulu doesn't exist. I think Lulu was their dumbest move. Like they put out fucking Saint Anger, which sounded like warm microwave dog shit. And then they turn around and do Lulu next. It didn't do them any favors, man. I
got Kill 'Em All.
Yeah.
Ride the Lightning. Master of Puppets. The Black Album.
Of course.
Injustice for All. Load. And then I got Reload coming. And I got 72 Seasons. I also don't have... Oh, and I got Garage. Garage Days Revisited.
Gotcha. I got them all except for Reload. I'm pretty jealous that you got Reload, man. I was going to do the pre-order.
They're re-releasing.
I'm still thinking about it. Depending on how my grocery situation and everything. If I got a little bit of extra money at the end of the month, I was thinking about buying it. But there's also a new Armored Saint record that just came out. And I don't know if I really want to spend $35 on a new Armored Saint record, which I love what I've heard. And I certainly love Armored Saint. But I don't know if I would spend $35 on an old Armored Saint record. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna pre-order it from Metallica directly, but I don't know if you can see it. But Walmart's exclusive got the yellow vinyl.
Yeah. That's where I went right after you. Right after you talked about it on your show, I went to Walmart, and I'm a Walmart member, so that's where I'm going to get it as well, because that price is cheaper than Amazon, also. So
I have a thing for colored color vinyl. Obviously, black vinyl is good because that's but I like the cool colors and stuff. So
yeah, me too, man. I like the way they look when they're spinning and stuff. And
right, and they do have this huge bundle for Reload. Came with all sorts of other things, but it was like $225, and I was like,
not for Reload, man.
I don't have Some Kind of Monster. I don't have that album either.
Well, Some Kind of Monster is just Saint Anger. Like, it's just
for the soundtrack to the
There's
movie.
another Metallica album that I have called Into the Nothing or something like that.
Has
Or
that
like
face?
no, yeah, that's some kind of monster with the fucking
Oh,
face
okay.
and everything. No, what Into the Never? You know, one of our
Really?
viewers, please look that up. It's like a live Metallica album. I bought it the day it came out, and they did a movie for it. Like
Through
I
the
think it's
Never.
Through the Never, yeah. Yeah, I got that one on CD. I don't have that on vinyl. I probably never will. The last one I need is Reload. Perfect
But
time to get it. That's probably going to be my next purchase. Well, you'll probably laugh at me, which there's a couple albums that went on sale today, and God, if I even admit it, you guys are gonna roast me if I fucking admit it. I almost bought Michael Jackson's Bad today, man. It's on sale for $17, and I
make sure you save the embarrassing albums for our.
I got some good ones. Yeah, I'm all set for that. I got some doozies that you're gonna be like, what? You really have that in your house? Like, the fuck are you thinking, man? Like, some of these I did not buy on my own accord, though. Like, I got a bundle of records, and they came, or like people said, "Hey, man, Murray, I brought you a stack of records," and like fucking Barbara Streisand is in there. It seems like everybody in the '70s had like 4 or 5 Barbara Streisand records, and I usually throw them away as soon as I get them. Like it's like one of those, nope, get her out of here, dude. But there's some stuff like that lingering around, man.
Hey,
But
I will say this: when it comes to, I don't know about Barbara Streisand, but almost every female that I knew growing up. Now I'm not talking about girlfriends. I'm talking about back in the '70s. Being
yeah,
a little
7
kid.
females, yeah.
Every female I knew had a copy of The Rose.
And it was a big thing, man. That's Bette Midler, right?
Right, but that's a good fucking song, dude. I like
It
that
is.
song.
I grew up with that song. I will admit it, but I am not a Bette Midler fan. Jesus Christ!
You don't like Wind Beneath. You didn't like Beaches. You didn't like
No,
Wind Beneath My
God,
Wings.
no, man. I thought but she was hooked up with Tom Waits for a long time, so I respect her more than I did. Because as you know, I'm like a huge Tom Waits fan. I
Yeah.
got everything he ever did. I got there's a couple missing, but I gave up. That was too. It wasn't too tedious. It was just I was buying like a fucking new Tom Waits CD every 2 weeks, and CDs, I don't listen to them like I do vinyl, so they're just sitting there in a box. But yeah, Bette Midler, she was real good friends with Tom Waits. I think they dated, so it means she's got to be cool in some regards. But I can't. Oh my God. Yes, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but there is a Bette Midler album on my list of embarrassing albums.
Well, don't say anything yet.
Right.
If that record, now you mentioned in CDs, if that record player that you have, if it ever fucks up on you and you have to buy a new one, you should get this loop tone like I have from Walmart that's got the cassette player and the CD player.
Well, that's probably what I'm going to do next because I bought a really nice Bluetooth transmitter, right? That Bluetooth right into I got this boombox over here. I know you've seen it. I don't know if anybody else has, but this fucking boombox is so kick-ass, dude. It's got digital radio that you can program, a CD player, a cassette player, and it's got great sound. So I run all my records. I Bluetooth them right into my boombox. So if I got one like you did, I would be able to get a little extra oomph and run the CDs. But dude, since I've known you, this is my fourth record player I'm on. I went through 4 fucking record players since I started this journey so far.
That's why you
2
gotta
of them still
rotate.
work.
Listen
What's
to
that?
CDs and you gotta rotate. Listen to CDs and cassettes from time to time, so you don't kill all
Nah,
your record players.
nah, dude. I had one bad experience, and I stepped away from cassettes forever, dude. I started going back through my cassettes because I was like, yeah, dude, I have like 300 cassettes in the basement. Like, I don't need to buy any new records. I'll just go back and listen to my old tapes like I did when I was a kid. So what do? I popped in this fucking Rare Loudness album that it's the one that's kind of hard to find, that they kind of shun, that they forget about. And I put the motherfucker in, and my tape player ate it. Like, totally ruined it. I had to fucking throw it away because it destroyed the tape. It's like they were asking like $30 for this cassette online. And I'm like, oh, you gotta be fucking shitting me, man. Fuck off. And then this guy that ended up being a total fucking cockhead, dude. I sold him some cassettes when I was down and out. And I gave him a good deal and found out that some of the ones that I got rid of for a couple bucks, he was reselling at his shop for like $30, $40. He helped me out at the time, but again, I kind of got smoked. And then he ended up being a dickhead. He was telling people that I was a bully and a Nazi and all this stuff. And I just, I doubt he's listening, but he was a friend. And all of a sudden he fucking, I cracked a joke about some certain confused individuals, if you know what I mean. And all of a sudden I became like, I got canceled, if you know what I mean. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need to go there, I guess. I'm really a nice person, but I joke like the rest of us, and that one I kind of miss talking to the dude, but whatever. But that's another whole story. But yeah, CDs, I got like 400 CDs in the basement. I want to get them out. I want to get the movies and move the movies to a different location and put all my CDs in the back room. So I just got one whole room of nothing but music back there. Because I got a ton, man. I got a ton of music, dude.
You really do need to get them CDs out of there just in case because CDs can mold.
Yeah, they've been down there for a while. I got them separated, and we checked them out after the flood. Everything seems to be okay, but because I set up my basement, that was going to be my little party room. Because my wife didn't want me jamming tunes up here and didn't want the stereo up here and all that. So everything was in the basement. And I would just load up my carriers with CDs and play them in the truck. And so they're just sitting down there. God damn it, I'm watching this show and they're eating fish and chips. And I really want some fucking fish and chips right now, man. Oh, well. I'm just complaining.
Hey, man, fish and chips. Man, I love fish and chips. There used to be a restaurant. I don't think it exists anymore. But there used to be a restaurant in Georgia where I grew up, and they had fish and chips.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Dude, we got a good one right around the corner from us. Like if you go down by Riverside Park, that bar that's by the golf course down there.
Yeah.
It's used to be called Wedges, but I don't know if they used to have the best Friday night fish and chicken fry anywhere. Like it was always awesome. I'd get paid and I was working third shift. So I'd get paid, come home, take a nap, then get up, go down to Wedges with a bunch of friends, eat a ton of fish and chicken, and then start drinking all night, man. The cool thing is it was all you can eat, right? Like, and we were big guys. We could eat everything. But they all knew us and they all loved us because we were like the Friday night crazy crew that would come in and start our nights and have a bunch of beer and say crazy shit and have a good time. So they would give us these styrofoam containers full of fish and chicken to take with us. So we'd go start partying down there, come back to the house, which was right by the hospital over here, party all fucking night, and then we'd be drunk as skunks at 2 o'clock in the morning and get to have our cold fish and chicken, like to help with the hangover and all that stuff. And God, I miss that shit.
So this is the restaurant that they had in Atlanta, in the Georgia area, when I was a kid back in the 70s. It was called Arthur Tretch's Fish and Chips, and that's
Arthur Treachers, man. Arthur Treachers.
Yeah, we had
we had one in Janesville.
Man, I miss that shit, dude.
Yeah, me too, man. I think Arthur Treachers is the first place that I had fish. Because you know where Burger King is on Milton Avenue, right?
Yeah.
Now, there was Burger King on the corner. That was always there since I was born. But behind it, like where that tire place is now, that used to be an Arthur Treachers. And it turned into a Long John Silver's, I think, in like 1980 or something like that. And everybody in town was sad because Arthur Treachers was the shit. You know, it was fucking, it's named after an English actor. Like, because I looked it up. I looked up the history of, there's one left. There's one left in the United States, and I think it's down in Georgia. But good old Arthur Treachers, man. Now I have to air a grievance, Grandpa. I said my day was good and bad. And it was kind of bad because my nurse had to call in. Her little granddaughter was sick and couldn't get anybody to cover. So I was like, don't worry about it. I'll get through and everything going. So I had to rope some people into taking my garbage out and everything. But I am fucking pissed off.
Why?
I'm fucking pissed off. And I don't get pissed very often. But I'm pissed. Because I can't believe the fucking stupidity of fucking Janesville. Dude. Okay, I talked my dad into going to go see He-Man, right?
Okay.
If I pay, he'd go. So I set aside the money to go pay to take my dad to, and you know how it is for me to get out? Don't happen very often. It's got to be something special. Right. I've been looking forward to this movie since 1987. Right? 1987. Yes, it might be cheesy. Yes, it's getting some mixed reviews. Some super positive, some negative. I don't fucking care. I want to see the movie. Right?
Right.
Janesville has the state-of-the-art laser projection, heated seats, recliners, the whole fucking 9 yards, right? I go to book the seats today because I wanted to book them for Wednesday and have the special seats that me and my dad always get and set it up, and everything was set in stone, and then I'll be forced to go because I already bought the tickets. These fucking assholes in Janesville decide that Masters of the Universe is going to be a flop before it even releases. So what do? They put Scary Movie 19 or whatever the fuck it is in 4 theaters. 4 theaters. And all the other good theaters have the movie's back doors, whatever, break room or whatever the fuck it is. And that movie Obsession, which I heard is utterly terrible. And those movies have been out for a month. They put Masters of the Universe in 1 theater playing 3 times a day only. 3 shows. That's it. Scary Movie is in 4 theaters, getting like 16 shows a day. Masters of the Universe gets 1, and it's in their old theater that doesn't have the reclining seats, doesn't have the fucking, well, it might have the laser projection, but one of their old rundown theaters. I'm like, dude, this is the biggest release of the month, and you're gonna do that? So now, me being a bigger guy, I can't go see the fucking movie because I gotta have the big recliner seats. So I'm comfortable. So I can sit there for 2 hours and not feeling like my ass is getting cut off. So now I can't go see the fucking movie, and I gotta wait and see. I gotta wait another fucking 5 months or 3 months before it's released on. It's released on digital, and it'll probably be on something like HBO Max or some bullshit that I gotta pay a whole nother subscription to get.
I'm buying.
So
I'm buying the movie. I'm buying the movie day one.
Well, I'm probably buying it too because, as you know, I'm a fucking huge He-Man fan. I have been my whole fucking life. And for them to do me like this, I'm like, I called them right away, but of course, you just get an answering machine.
Oh
I was
yeah.
going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, you're giving 2 movies that are a month old priority over Masters of the Universe? Like He-Man, which is one of the most anticipated movies of the year?
Well, if it's a surprise hit, either they'll switch it and they'll put it on another screen, then you can go, or
Yeah, well, that's what
they're
I'm
gonna-
hoping for. I'm hoping that they realize, holy shit, we're only playing this 3 times a day. It's packed, and people are utterly complaining that it's not in one of the good theaters, and they change their mind and move it into a better theater. So I'm going to give them a week. Hopefully, it'll be all right.
Why don't y'all go drive out to the AMC theater in Johnson's Creek?
Well, we were talking about, we were thinking about that, going to AMC. I've been there quite a few times, the AMC. Me and my ex-wife, we used to go out there and watch movies all the time. We saw Pan's Labyrinth out there, and that was pretty cool, dude. Because I had been searching for Pan's Labyrinth because no place had it. It was like an underground movie, and AMC got it, and we ended up driving out there late one night. It was like a winter night, and we watched the movie, and we were blown away. We were like, wow, that movie was fucking great, man. But we were talking about going to Beloit as well. Beloit does have it, and it's in the decent theaters. But I've never been to Beloit theaters, so it's kind of rough for me, like, because I don't know how things are going to be set up, and but I'm sure it'll be fine. Because I got to see it. I have to see it.
Oh yeah. Well, my whole thing is, I don't like. I would rather. I'm just gonna wait for it to come at home. Do I miss the theater experience? Yes, but it's too unaffordable these days.
Yeah, it is a crock of shit. That's why me and Pops, we only go on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Tuesdays, it's a madhouse, though. It's fucking ridiculous. Tuesdays, you get a bucket of popcorn, a large drink, and a movie ticket for $12. And I swear to God, the entire town shows up there on Tuesdays because it's always packed. And then Wednesdays are senior days where all the tickets are $5. So it's not too bad. We can go see a movie for $10. And we, of course, do the old sneakeroo. We both have walkers. So him and I can pretty much be pretty well loaded with contraband. So yeah, but I only go to maybe 2 movies a year with my pops. Last year we went. God, maybe that was 24. Last year we saw Alien Romulus, Fantastic Four, and Superman. So all decent movies, but this year I think we went and saw Mandalorian and Grogu. Uh,
Well, that's the thing. I like to I like to that's why I got the biggest screen TV that I could afford, and I
right,
have the 5.1 surround because I want to make it as close to the theater as I can. But I got that Philips box here at the house, so I have color light bulbs in my house, so I can at night I can watch a movie and it changes the lights to the color of this background and all that. So I have a small theater like feel here at the house. But
right.
here's the thing. People I'll be old man yelling at the clouds for a minute. Um People are rude these days. So I'd rather watch a movie here in my home where it's quieter. I don't have people kicking my chair,
Yeah,
talking about something in the background because it's just
checking their
I
phone
enjoy.
and everything. Yeah,
Yeah, I miss going to the theater, but I'm too hot headed these days, so I stay home. It's
right.
cheaper, and I'm gonna buy the movie anyway. So I'll just wait till it comes out.
Yeah, and these days it's got to be something it's got to be something real special. If I had a girlfriend again, I would probably be going to the theater a lot more. But these days it's got to be something real special for me to want to do that experience. Because man, I tell you, we went and saw Avatar, not the new one, Fire and Brimstone or whatever the fuck it is. Uh, we went we went and saw part two, and that was one of the most grueling experiences I've ever had in my life. Oh my god! Like it was just so long and just drawn out and boring as fuck, and I couldn't handle it. So yeah, and then you take something like Avatar 2, which was grueling to sit through, and then something like Mandalorian and Grogu, which was not horrible, but was definitely not something that needed to be seen in the theater. I felt like I was getting ripped off. Like, oh man, you packaged this like a Star Wars movie, and you got us to come out and pay extra, and it wasn't a movie. It was, but it wasn't. It was 4 episodes of the show stuffed together, and I fidgeted the whole time. The CGI looked dumb. The fucking Jabba the Hutt. Come on, dude. You don't. When you look at Jabba the Hutt, you don't think fierce cage warrior, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that
Like,
was Jabba's son, wasn't it?
yeah, it was his son, Ratatata Boombada, or whatever the fuck his name was. And it was fucking stupid, dude. They gave him a human voice, like a human soy boy voice on top of that. Like if they would have gave him
What?
like my voice, that'd be cool. But no, he sounded like a fucking emo kid or some shit. It was
Well, it was the
stupid.
guy. It was voiced by the guy who was in uh he's in that TV show on Hulu called The Bear. I can't remember his name.
I don't
Uh,
know. I don't watch that bullshit.
he was
It
also
might
on
have
that
been good.
show. Jeremy Allen White. He was the voice. He was also on that show Shameless. He also plays Bruce Springsteen in the Deliver Me from Nowhere movie.
Oh God, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He was the voice. He
Well,
was
it
the
was
voice.
fucking lame, dude. It was just lame, man. Every time that dude was on screen, I kind of had to chuckle a little bit. Like there's this one scene, right? All right, I'm giving away spoilers, but I don't fucking care. There's this one scene where it's the Mandalorian, his Chewbacca knockoff buddy, that, yes, I realize was one of the first art designs for Chewbacca and whatever, but it's him, Grogu, the Mandalorian, and this fucking Rod of the Hutt, right? They're sneaking up to a installation on a beach, right? And the whole time I'm thinking, how the fuck are they not going to see a 30-foot slug try to sneak up on a beach? Like, how are they not? To me, it was the dumbest shit ever. But was the movie horrible? I don't think so. If I would have saw it at home in the comfort of my own home, smoking some green, sitting here with Bubba, enjoying it with a friend or something, I think I would have enjoyed it and thought it was okay. But as a movie going experience, I can't recommend it, So
So what you're saying is it should have been part of your Disney Plus subscription and not $10 at the theater. Okay.
Yeah, which by the looks of it, it's going to be on Disney Plus in a couple months because it didn't do very well at the box office. It's going to be on Disney Plus very soon. And I think it's going to be a hit on Disney Plus because there are a lot of elements that if it would have been season 4 of the series, I would have fucking loved it. I would have been like, okay, the Rod of the Hutt looks kind of dumb, but it's still, the story's kind of cool or whatever. It just did not work as a tentpole summer blockbuster movie. It just was not. It didn't deserve to be in the pantheon of Star Wars movies. Okay. So there we go. There we go with that. And I got to air another grievance, Grandpa.
Oh man, you're having a bad week.
Well, I think this is bad for everybody. And, I know we got a lot of fans that have certain political leanings. And,
here it goes. Here it goes.
Yes, where I've stood, that I'm more right-wing than I am a left-winger by any means. But lately, things have happened where my faith has wavered quite a bit. I got a lot of concerns, man. Supposedly, they are filling the reflecting pool up today, right? And we'll know tomorrow. But the way they have this painted, it looks like it's going to be more of a swimming pool type look than a reflecting pool. And I have a sneaking suspicion that the reflecting pool is going to be ruined at this point. Like, they'll be able to fix it when Trump's gone. But I have a sneaking suspicion that the paint they used is going to be too bright. And it's not going to serve the purpose that the original reflection pool, it's called the reflecting pool.
Right, because you can see everything, yeah.
Right, it's supposed to be a dark, kind of matted appearance because it's not the water you're looking at. It's not the pool you're looking at. You're looking at the reflection of the Washington Monument and the Lincoln Memorial reflecting in the pool. And to me, it was always a statement of how far our country came between George Washington and Lincoln when we freed the slaves and became a new nation and all this stuff. And you're supposed to reflect on the greatness of both of those men that helped establish this country. And it's right next to the Vietnam Wall as well. So that whole area right there is just a place of reflection. That's what the reflecting pool is. And I just have a feeling that his dumb ass ruined the reflecting pool. Like, it'll probably look great as a fucking kiddie pool, but it's not a fucking kiddie pool. So, I probably get jumped on for you're a lefty fucking. piece of shit liberal or whatever the fuck you're going to say. I hate what he did to the White House with tearing down that West Wing, and now we don't know if anything's going to get built there. If he ruined the reflecting pool, he put his name on the Kennedy Center. I supported this guy for years, but I have to say enough. Like, the guy is becoming a fucking jackass. That's just what I got to say. I just wanted to air that grievance. You know, am I still part of the team? I'm still part of the team, but I'm having trouble. Where I'm at, Grandpa.
Well, I mean, everything can be anything that he does that if it messes things up, it can be fixed.
Right.
Let's be honest. None of these guys really do that. You know, Obama made changes. Trump came in the first time, said he was going to fix all that. He didn't do anything, but then he did his own thing. Then Biden came in and said, "I'm going to make all these changes. If you elect me, I'm going to get rid of all this Trump shit he did." And then Biden got elected, and he didn't change anything and added his stuff. Then Trump came back, and he didn't get rid of any of the Biden stuff. He's just doing his own thing. So I don't know. If he ruins the reflecting pool, it may stay that way for all the end of time. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll just have to wait. Maybe I'm going to be wrong, and people are going to chime in and be like, "Burrow, you're running your mouth. You know, you didn't even give him a chance." And, you know, just the way I've seen it. And another thing is that a worker already is suing Trump because they said that the paint they used is so reflective that it blinded this guy like this. And I'm thinking, no, God, that's not what it's supposed to do either. Like, it's not supposed to reflect the sunlight. And, you know, like, oh, God. So I'm just thinking this can't be good. But if I'm wrong and it's beautiful, I'll eat my shoe, dude. You know, I'll accept.
We'll find out when they fill it. When are they supposed to fill it?
I heard they're filling it today.
Okay.
But that's what Trump said, was that they were filling it right as we spoke. They were filling, he said, right as we're speaking, they're filling it and everything. And he showed like a little video. But then somebody else posted shit where they were still working on it. So I don't really know. I don't really know where we're at. We'll know soon enough. And it doesn't really affect me any, but it's just, I was there. You know what I'm saying? I saw it. I felt it, you know, and I felt what it was like being on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, looking out over that pool and seeing the Washington Monument. It's a really cool effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a really cool design that they did with it. And I saw it from both angles. You know, I was at the top of the Washington Monument and I was on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial and was really blown away. And it's a historical part of our nation. And just, I'm going to hate it if Trump gets his filth on it and ruins it, you know?
Well, here's a picture from MSN. I don't know if it's today, but I can see all the golf carts and vans and stuff in there.
Yeah, that's the one I saw too, you know?
It looks like it's still reflecting, so you may be good. You may be good.
I don't know. Is that an old picture or is that new, man?
I can't tell. That's the problem. I can't tell.
Yeah, I mean, well, because I hope, dude, you know, and I'll swallow my words, man. I mean, because the guy Trump, if anything, he, you know, if anything, he's good at getting stuff built. You know, so we got to give him that much. You know, he's got the buildings and Gulf. Okay, it says 21 hours ago. Okay, they just started. Okay, view of All right, I'm turning on the live feed. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, dude, I might be wrong. I think they fucking lied to us. Like the videos that they were showing made it look like it was this blue, like a regular swimming pool finish. But I'm watching the live feed of it getting filled right now, and it does look like the bottom is like a matte black. So I might have to eat my words. I might have been duped by the internet propaganda, if you will.
Yeah, you
'Cause,
gotta,
yeah,
when it comes, okay, like I said, I don't like him. I'm not a supporter. But when it comes to Trump, you have to wait until it's done because sometimes he makes no fucking sense. So if he says he's going to do something, just wait until it's done to have a judgment because he has done things that was pretty cool. But when I heard him talk about it, but when I heard him talk about it, I was like, well, that sounds fucking stupid. And then it worked out. So he doesn't have, he's like I told my wife the other day, we were talking about this. The one thing he's straightforward, he speaks his mind, but
that is true.
But sometimes he's not very coherent. And I don't think he conveys, he doesn't convey himself properly, I think. So
he's not very articulate.
Right. And he'll say things and people will go, what the fuck? That's going to be dumb. What the fuck? And then it turns out, oh, it's awesome. So I wait. I don't listen to him. I wait to see the finished product. So
yeah,
that's why I haven't said anything about it.
Yeah, I do feel like kind of a little bit stupid at the moment because watching this live feed, it does look like they repainted the bottom like a matte black instead of that gaudy. Because every picture that they've been showing on the internet made it look like it was going to be a swimming pool, but this looks pretty good.
You can't trust. Look, no matter what side you're on, you shouldn't get your news from MSNBC, CBS, Fox.
Yeah, and I usually don't.
No matter what side you are, go on the internet, research for yourself. So, because all the mainstream media people, all they want to do is get people pissed at each other and make a shit ton of money and make people look bad. So, I mean, look at all the bullshit that's going on with CBS and fucking 60 Minutes right now. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, you'll laugh where I get my news from. I get my news from Alex Jones, man.
Yeah, you can't trust him either.
Yeah, but I love me some Alex Jones, man. I love Alex Jones.
I get my news from whatever sources, but as soon as I hear something that catches my interest, I research it. I don't listen to anybody.
Yeah, I'll hear the stuff from Alex Jones, and then I'll turn around and look it up and everything. And
I like to get my stuff off YouTube because there's so many different views, but a lot of YouTubers
I get
show. Like this whole bullshit going on in fucking over Utah, over the fucking Legos, man.
Holy shit, that's crazy. That's the Lego fiasco, man. I hope they get fucking nailed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You got Bricks and Minifigs screwing over people. You got the guys who franchised it screwing over people, and then you got the American Fork Police Department being corrupt.
That are fucking going after these guys. Like, I got sucked into that story, and I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. I wanted to find out which minifigures place it was and start review bombing them and everything. Because
they closed the one, but I was watching. There's this guy who on YouTube. His call Here's the Deal, and he like really hates the cops. And
Right.
he does videos. He did a video on this, and they finally released the redacted stuff. And the cop literally had the paperwork to give to the guy for the lawsuit.
Oh, I saw the same video.
And
Yeah,
the cop
like-
came back. The cop came back and said, "No, this is legit. This is legit." He goes, "Well, I still don't want it." He said, "Okay, a police officer is not supposed to give you an option if it's legit court papers. They're supposed to give them to you." So
Yeah, if you get served, that's it. You got served. Like,
Right.
I don't know what their angle is. Like, who are they trying to protect?
Right,
This guy, the guy that they were going after, Josh, or whatever, they said he's got a warrant for his arrest with a no bail clause, and there's no crime committed. That's some fucking serious, like, Gestapo shit. Like,
Josh is the bad guy. The guy that they're going after and fucking over is Reckless Ben.
okay, that's it. I got the names mixed up, but you know who I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah.
Josh is the franchise guy, right?
Yeah, he's the one he was trying to serve.
Right,
got
right.
him on-
Yeah, and Reckless Ben,
Yeah.
he's the one with the no bail warrant on him.
Yeah.
And he's like, for what crime? Like, how can you even do this?
They said he was stalking and picketing. The problem is he wasn't stalking. He had a process server with him. So the whole, I don't know. There's a lot going on here, and I don't know how a police department would be so corrupt and so blatant about it. I don't know, man. It's the most fucked up story, but everybody's talking about it now.
Right?
I follow a bunch of stuff on YouTube. And I follow both sides. I watch all the videos from all the lawyers who do, people, who sue the cops over people's, the cops violating their rights. I watch all the videos that show how, I watch them all. I don't care if you are a cop or a bad guy, because I watch all of them. I watch the videos to see the bad guys fuck up because, well, you're an idiot. And I watch the videos for the cops that fuck up because, well, you're an idiot. I watch both sides of it.
Fucking ignorant.
My only problem with the police are, and this is my biggest problem. At the end of the day, the police will arrest people. Say a bunch of your friends do something. They arrest you. They put you in separate rooms. And the cops go out of their way. Hey, man, the first one to give it up is going to get the best deal. Hey, man, the first one that gives it up is going to be the first. Oh, man, whoever gives it up. They try to trick you and everything to get you to spill the beans. But when one of their own do something wrong and they are 100% guilty of doing something wrong and the fellow officers know they did something wrong, they all shut up. Oh, get a lawyer. Don't say a word. Get a lawyer. Don't say a word. It's like, why don't you do the same thing within that you do on the outside? If there's a crime, you need to solve it. Then why cover it up? So that's why I have my problems with the police departments, because they act like that. You shouldn't. If you're so willing to try to convince the public that they need to speak up and turn people in and do the right thing, then they fucking should do it too.
I agree, for sure, man. Yeah, dude, just for everybody watching, I've just seen about 3 videos of the reflecting pool, and I was wrong. I will 100% admit I was wrong. The shit looks good. The shit looks real reflective. So I'm going to take down my YouTube or my Facebook post and everything. It looks like he did a good job. So maybe this will earn him some brownie points that he needs. Now, if he can just stay away from Netanyahu's pecker for a while, we'll be all right. But yeah. Sorry. Yeah, just for the record, everybody, Grandpa did not say that. You can come after me. Grandpa did not say that. He had nothing to do with it. So, but
we don't talk about BB and all that around here. No, sir. No,
yeah,
sir.
he's got ears everywhere. He's fucking Shit, he himself with those ears he's got, he can probably hear things all the way in Israel. People talking about him, like he can hear everything.
Well,
He's like,
I will say this about the situation. I saw a report yesterday, about how Trump told him no one likes him and he'd be in jail if it wasn't for him. And I thought this is bullshit. But then he was interviewed by some British lady and she asked him about that. And he said, "No, I said it. He perturbed me, so I said it." So I was like, "Holy shit. I can't believe the honeymoon's over, maybe. I don't know." I was like,
it's hard to say, man, because there also is a new bill going around. I don't know if you heard about this, that in 2027, they are going to try to merge the Israeli army military and the U.S. military together. So they share secrets, technologies, and possibly Israel will open up some munitions factories on U.S. soil. Where I got a problem with that is if they reinstitute a draft, can Israel draft U.S. soldiers to fight their wars? Which is not going to go over well with people. I don't exactly know how it's going to work. I don't like the idea of somebody like Netanyahu having our military secrets. I don't know. It almost feels like treason. Like a foreign country is coming in and getting with our military, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
I'm at that age where I don't care anymore. I can't be drafted, so what do I care?
Yeah, they're not going to have me in their military. I can't even make it over to your house, let alone maybe if I put some guns on my scooter, it might work. But I don't think that would work in a battlefield situation.
No.
I'd be I'd be picked off pretty easy.
Speaking of your scooter, I'm going to be getting myself an e-bike.
Nice. My dad's looking at one.
Because I need to get out more and get some more exercise. And I figure with an e-bike, I can still pedal. But then when I get to the hills, like Courthouse Hill or something, I can use the electric part to get up the hill. And then I can go back to pedaling. But then I can go on some of these nature parks and some of these trails here in Janesville, like the Ice Age Park and all that stuff. And I can get some exercise and just, so I'm going to get an e-bike. So, I mean, I'll be able to go farther than you can because you don't have pedals, but I'm going to start to get out. So I might run into you while you're out scooting around the neighborhood.
Yeah. I've been thinking about trying to trek over to, like the hospital or something. I'm pretty sure I could make it all the way over there. Well, because my battery, it's got like 16 hours of battery. Or it can go like 16 miles, something like that. I was thinking about trying to take it, see if it would go up by Court Street up there to go to Dollar General or something. But
you might be able to make it. There's a lot of factors though when it comes to electric. You got temperatures.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to.
If I get stuck.
I'm not insinuating anything, but it also, they'll tell you, okay, this thing can get so many X amount of minutes on this charge.
It's so much weight.
Right. If you weigh a little bit more than, it might struggle more. So maybe you only have 10 minutes instead of 50. I don't know.
It's definitely something I think about. Like I always go out with my phone and everything in case something happens, and which reminds me, I got to call my pops before it gets too late.
If you got stuck, we'd get you home, but it would be, if you're out and it's like 90 degrees out and you have to wait for us to get to you, you have a heat stroke waiting.
Yeah, and I don't do well out in that heat, man. Who'd that be?
Travis said we could have a new show, Grandpa and Big Mur's Off-Road Adventures.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. You and me could cruise around you're a lot faster. You'd be a hell of a lot faster than I would be. Because I think I top out at like 7 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour. But
Yeah,
my stereo's good though. My stereo's pretty fucking good on that thing.
yeah.
You know, you gotta love that, dude.
The e-bike I was looking at goes up to 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, you see in our neighborhood, man, you see like people zipping around on those fuckers all day, man. All day.
Yeah, I seen them whiz through here. Phew.
Man, and then you see a lot of weird shit in our neighborhood. Like there's a lot of there's a whole family of scooters, like two-wheeled scooters cruising around. Like a
Yep.
whole family just cruises around on them. Then you got that weird ass motherfucker that drives that one-wheeled thing, that one like that skateboard with the wheel in the center. Thing
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like a death machine. Fuck all that. But yeah, we get some characters up in this neighborhood, man.
Yep. We get characters and speeders and nosy people and creepers and
Dude, I felt old the other day. I started yelling at a dude. I was sitting out on the porch with Harvey, and a guy came, and he had his windows down, so I know he heard me. He came buzzing down the street, man. He must have been doing like 50, probably. And I fucking yelled, "Oh, you motherfucking idiot, fucking moron, slow down," like going off, and Harvey starts laughing. And I'm like, dude, does that make me old? And I immediately went to, I'm like, dude, Kirkwood lives next door. You know what I'm saying? We don't need fucking jackasses cruising down this street at fucking 60 miles an hour when we got little kids around, man. I don't dig it. Yes, when I was younger, I used to go down this road super fast, driving with Pantera playing and all that shit. But we don't need it, man. We don't need that mess.
yeah, that's our fear. That's why when that state worker was here yesterday checking out, visiting Kurt, we're gonna get that. She's gonna get the ball rolling for them to help us get that privacy fence. Whether they're gonna
Right.
pay for a big portion of it or pay for all of it or what, but we need a privacy fence because if and when she was here, he tried to climb it, so she saw he's trying to climb the fence.
Yeah, so he's a little helly, man.
Yeah, if he climbs that fence and takes off, we're doomed. And she's also
Right.
going to look into us getting these really piercing sounding alarms for the inside of the house. So if he opens a door, it'll go woo woo woo, and it might be so high pitched that would freak him out, and he'll shut it right away. So he's like, oh, and he'll shut it so he doesn't get caught.
Yeah, and that'll train him. Like, I don't want to use words like Pavlov, but it might help condition him to not want to go near the doors. That's a pretty good idea, man.
Right. Because he doesn't, like I said, when I racked the shotgun earlier, he took off running because it scared him. He doesn't like loud noises. So if he hears that noise, he won't run. Because that's our biggest fear. Autistic kids have no sense of danger. And like you saw, you and Chad that day when he just took off running right in the middle of the street. Didn't even stop.
Yeah, I was fucking freaky because he ran so fast. Like I was amazed at how fast your daughter caught up to him and got him. Like she was in full bore mode because that little dude fucking took off. He was running. See, every time I see a car barreling down the road, it just gets my goat because I don't want to see him get hurt. And it's not just Kurtwood. It's not just Kurtwood. There's so many kids in our neighborhood that are cruising around all the time, man. Like there's got to be fucking 30 kids a day that walk by this house. You know what I'm saying? That walk by our house on our street.
Right.
There's and it's not, and if that makes me old, fucking so be it. But I don't like it. I don't like people cruising up and down the block, man. Pisses my old ass off, dude. Well, hey, we're gonna have to get into the plugs because I got to plug and I got to fly. My dad called during the middle of the show, and I got to catch him, and I got to be up at like 5 in the morning.
All right. So what you got to plug?
Well, just I think Mike J and I are doing Rabbit in Red next Tuesday. Rabbit in Red next Tuesday. We're going to be discussing what the fuck movies. Now, these are movies that are not necessarily like disturbing movies that warp your mind, because we did a show about that already. This is just more of movies like that just you're watching them and you're like, how the fuck did this movie get made? Like, what, some of them are good, some of them are bad. And then we got The Backwoods, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And Cody has to come up with a movie for us. I'm not sure what he's got yet, but we will let y'all know pretty soon. That's pretty much all I got for plugs.
All right. Well, you don't got to stick around for my plugs. If you want to go ahead and skedaddle, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm down to like 10% on my phone and got to call my pops. So everybody, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Grandpa, it was always a good time as usual, and I will see you around the way, man.
All right, man.
All right, peace.
See ya. All right, well, for me, obviously you've got, let's see, today's Thursday. Saturday, I finally got a new Grandpa's playlist recorded. I didn't do one last week. So tune in Saturday night at 8 p.m. for the final album from Jefferson Airplane. It was just a self-titled album, Jefferson Airplane. So make sure you check that out. That's Saturday at 8. Of course, you can check it out afterwards, too, if you can't tune in live, because I put it on demand, usually the next day or the day after. But, yeah, I got Jefferson Airplane. The old band got back together. Wasn't the last time they performed. It's the last album they did. They did perform one more. They did go on a tour of the album. And then they did do another show after many years later. But you want to know what show that was? You got to tune in Saturday. I'll tell you all about it. So make sure you tune into that Saturday. And then don't forget Sunday at 7 p.m. God willing, he's able to do one, because things happen in our lives and sometimes we miss shows. Tyree's only missed one. But if all goes well and he doesn't have a busy schedule, Sundays at 7 p.m., you got Tyree's Tavern, so make sure you check that out. Last Sunday, he had a little fiasco with his computer, wanting to think for itself and just reboot itself out of the blue. But I edited the 2 parts together, so you go on demand. If you listen to his show on demand, it's got a little weird gap. It's because his computer restarted, so there's that. And then, if time allows it, for Ken just got cast into a movie. So not only does he make movies, and direct movies, and write movies, and all that good stuff, he's going to be in somebody else's film. Living Dead something. I can't remember. You can see it if you're on my. You can see it on my Facebook page. But he got cast in that. But if you want to hear him on his show, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. or Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 here, 8 Central. He does Getting Live with Ace. That's a good show. Also, don't forget to check out his website, lividmedia.org. Help out. He's still making Death Bitch 2. Movies take a while. If you want to help out, you can buy some merch. You can donate, whatever. It's all right there in the shop over at lividmedia.org. Also, don't forget to check out the links on grandpathernerd.com that take you to Rabbit in Red for Rabbit in Red TV and all stuff that's Rabbit in Red. And then Camp Out Nightmare, Resurrecting the Slaughter, which, it is what it is. Like, I don't want to give anything about the movie, but I'm a little bummed about some stuff going on with it, but hey, it is what it is. We shall live and move on, and all that. But other than that, yeah, I did want to say about earlier when we were talking about when I got I got the shotgun. I know if you missed it, go back and watch. I showed it off a little bit to Murr the beginning of the show, but man, I got so frustrated because obviously I gotta clean it. I don't have, and like I said, I don't have all the proper equipment to clean it. I don't have the proper tools because all my tools that I have are for handguns, so I need some longer rods and stuff. Anyway, but I had to, disassemble it because they come lubricated, but they also come with an oil on it to help protect it in shipping and to be stored on a shelf. So before I use it, I need to clean it. So I got to get the cleaning supplies, but outside of that, bar getting those things, I have to learn to disassemble and reassemble it. I got it apart, but when you take it apart, you take the barrel and all that stuff off, the firing mechanism, the firing pin sits on top of this metal bar, and I took it off. It took me forever to squeeze it back down and to get it in that rest. I thought I was going to start crying. I'm like, what the fuck? Why'd they have to make this so difficult? So that was a pain in the ass today. Murr was airing his grievances earlier. That was my only grievance today, is putting that firing pin mechanism back on that bar. I was like, son of a bitch. It was squeezing it down, holding it right, getting it set just perfect, and it wouldn't go. I was like, oh. So I finally got it, but at least now when I go this weekend to buy all the cleaning supplies that I need, I'm going to have no problem disassembling it. No problem. But anyway, so don't forget to tune in to Grandpa's Playlist on Saturday. It's at 8 p.m. And then Tyree on Sunday, Ken on Tuesday. There won't be a Grandpa's Music Sideshow Wednesday. My gun club has its monthly meeting, so I will be out doing that. So it starts at 7. My show starts at 6. I don't get home after the meeting till 8:39. There's no time to do a show. And it's just once a month. The meetings are just once a month. So I only do 3 music sideshows a month. That's fine. With my health if my health's okay, then I can, do 3. Sometimes I do 2, sometimes 1. We have to play it by ear. But I always post. Make sure you follow Grandpa's Playlist over on Facebook. That's my Facebook page, Grandpa's Playlist. Just put it in your little search, or Facebook / Grandpa's Playlist, however you want to find it. But that's where I post everything. And don't forget the Danzig Shit Show Part 2. They did Death Rider in the House of Vampires. I got the Bad Bathory edition because, I like Danzig. But don't forget, they did this episode. So you can go over to Rumble and check out Backwoods Horror, or this Friday, tomorrow night. Friday night, and I do believe it's Monday night at 7 p.m. on GTN. You can listen to the audio version. The post will advertise. I have it set to automatically post it tomorrow morning on Facebook. So like I said, follow the Grandpa's Playlist page on YouTube. The Grandpa's Playlist page on Facebook, and it tells you everything. When Ken's show is going to air, when Tyree's show is going to air. Any of the shows I'm going to do, if I'm going to do them, they'll pop up there. And the audio versions of Backwoods Horror, like I said, they are on. I have it set for Fridays. I do believe it's Fridays and Mondays is the days I have it. And when Cody rips them and gets me the audio, then I put them up there. It'd be nice if he could get me the audios Monday afternoon or something, so by Monday night, the Sunday night previously would air, but he's got a busy life, so it takes time. But yeah, tomorrow night, here on over on GTN, 7 p.m. Central. You could listen to the audio version. It was the Danzig Shit Show Part 2, where they covered Death Rider, so make sure you checked it out. With that being said, unfortunately, it didn't air on Rumble again because Michael J is being an ass. Or he's not being an ass. Well, he's an ass no matter what, but he's got problems going on, and he's checking up in a hotel, and his life's just upside down at the moment, so he couldn't set up the Rumble. So I don't know if he's going to put this episode on Rumble later or not. He's got problems. So anyway, that's it for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. And that's it. Peace. Have a good time. Have a good time. Have a good time. And stay safe. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys eventually, I'm sure. Bye.